In December last year, the Minister of Transport launched a project dubbed Transport Ghana, which is a technological system for electronic portals to drive the regulatory mandate of the authority. The regulatory mandate requires all transport operators and road safety service providers to first of all register with the authority for licensing to operate as an approved road transport service provider in the country upon satisfying some criteria that authority has developed. This will commence from the 30th of March 2024 and will cover the following regulatory entities: commercial road transport operators, passenger and goods, ride-hailing transport companies, transport departments and units of ministries, departments and agencies, transport departments and units of private companies, institutional bus service including school busing services, tie service centers, we call them organizers, garages, which popularly we call them mechanics, towing service providers, and other road safety related services including NGOs and CSOs. All these will now register with the National Road Safety Authority as a regulator for licensing to operate within the road safety space. I shall seize this opportunity to entreat all transport companies and unions and not vehicle owners or drivers and other road safety service providers such as organizers, CSOs, and NGOs to register their services with the authority. This will also enable government to plan and provide the necessary incentives or businesses support for the transport companies or organizations. Following this registration and under the Transport Ghana project, transport operators would also be required to provide the following electronic services commencing with long-distance operators. 1, pre-departure checks, or we call it technically as e-pre-departure, to ascertain the compliance of the vehicle and driver with regards to roadworthiness and the driver competence as prescribed by the DVLA. 2, passenger manifest, or EP manifest, to provide all passengers on board the buses with their identification. This is very, very important within the management of safety on our roads. There have been occasions in the past where we were unable to identify victims of road traffic crashes, especially some of them who lose their lives. It makes it very difficult for us to know where these victims come from and where they belong to. If we are able to identify them through profiling and having data on them as they board the vehicles, I believe we'll be able to be in a position where we can inform their family members to be forthcoming when an accident should happen. It happened in the last crashes that occurred. What we'll do is that anytime you are boarding a bus at a terminal, you provide data about yourself, your name, where your destination, your contact details, and then the contact details of your next of kin or a person you want us to reach in case there should be a crash. These have already started at most of the major terminals in the country. 3 is vehicle tracking, or we call it e-tracking. This is to monitor driver behavior in traffic in real time, 24/7. Road assistance service, or iLocator, in which an app will be directed to you as an operator or a driver to assist you in case you need a road service, a nearby organizer, mechanic, or towing service company to assist you. The project is also looking at adoption of travel cards and online payment of passenger fares and ticketing, which we call cashless. Also under the Transport Ghana project, the authority is seeking to, in the very near future, ensure that loading of passengers shall be done at only terminals to eliminate this wayside loading by floating drivers. We are also seeking to raise the profile of commercial vehicle drivers to professional standard status through training and development to warrant earning of proper salaries and end-of-year or end-of-service benefits, example, SNIT, amongst others. We therefore call on all players in the commercial road passenger and goods service delivery sector, and here I'm referring to the operators, the vehicle owners, drivers, and passengers to cooperate with the authority for a successful partnership under this project.